Hey, how's it going? It is a chilly May evening in Minnesota. So I had planned to get outside and film some videos, but instead I'm in here. But as luck would have it, today we had mail call. And I have for you the Klesh 5-piece basic gold panning kit. And I also got a thing of pay dirt. So if you're an absolute beginning gold panner, check this out. I've reviewed quite a few gold panning complete kits on the channel, and they all seem to be lacking in something, and this is pretty much premium. You come with the infamous or famous Klesh kitchen strainer here to classify your material. You have a spray bottle, which is really handy for moving gold around in the pan, getting some of your black sands out. You have a really nice gold pan, and I really like the finish of this gold pan. I'm not sure what brand this is, but I really like the finish of it. Looks like it's an SE, but it's not like my other SEs. And it's got a nice lip down here to catch all the gold, and I like this wide flat bottom. It really helps with finishing. And then, of course, one of my biggest complaints with most of the gold panning kits that you get is you get a really garbage snifter bottle, or snifter bottle, I'm not sure. But here, you get an actual Garrett Gold Guzzler. Now, this is my normal snuffer bottle right here, the Garrett Gold Guzzler. And really a fan of this snuffer bottle. It is the best out there. Then, of course, there's a gold vial to put all your gold. Now, one thing the kit doesn't come with, which I bought separately, also from kleshgold.com. I'll throw a link down there. You can also get this stuff on Amazon. But they also have the Gold Beginner Paydirt, 1/4 gram guaranteed. So we'll test that out. So first things first, we need to season our gold pan. Now, of course, if you're out on the river and you forget to do it, it's not the end of the world. It'll get seasoned eventually. But if you really want to have good results, especially with pay dirt, you want to make sure that you season your gold pan. The way we do that is we get our pan wet. You see how the water just kind of beads off of it? Well, there's shipping oils and mold release or whatever comes on these. It looks like it's injection molded. But there's shipping oils that come on this. We're going to want to get that out. So we're going to use some sort of emulsifier like dish soap. I'm using Jet Dry. It'll work. And you either want to grab an abrasive steel pad, like a Scotch-Brite pad. I just like to use sandpaper. And this is, I think, 180 grit. It doesn't really matter. So we'll get our pan real wet, and we're just going to put some grooves in there, and that'll help hold on to the gold. You're going to do all around the gold pan, and don't worry, if you're out on the stream and you forget to do it, a hard day of panning will help you out. You'll get some nicks and scuffs in there. That'll hold on to that gold. Really, we just want to get the oils out of the pan and create some grooves to just kind of hold on to that gold. And I'm just working this sandpaper around. No rhyme or reason. Scuffing it up. There we go. Now we got our pan nice and scuffed up, and we're ready to go. So again, I'm going to go with this Klesh Gold Beginner Paydirt. We'll work all that gold down to the bottom. We'll open it up. And I've really been impressed with the Klesh Gold Dirt. Now again, this isn't sponsored. I paid full price for this. But just right off the bat, I see some gemstones, all kinds of stuff down in there. So we'll grab our... Oh, the angels are bowling. That's the lightning. Like I said, it's storming here, and I'm out in the garage. So we'll pour it down in our kitchen strainer. Make sure we get everything out. And this is dry. You can dry classify it as well. But since I'm going to be panning it, I'm just going to wet classify it. Get everything out of that bag. There we go. And then we'll just work our kitchen strainer back and forth. Let me grab a pan and we'll see what's in there. This is one of my 3D printed gold pans. I really like these. I'll post a link to that video. I'm not expecting to find anything in the Plus kitchen strainer mesh. There's some organics in here, but that could be stuff that was in my pan. Get all that out of there. It was a dark and stormy night in AnArmandaGreg's garage. Holy cow. All right. Well, I am already seeing some gold in there. You see that right there? There's another piece of gold. I did not expect any plus kitchen strainer size gold. We'll save this for later, and we'll pan that out. All right, so panning's pretty simple. You just need a can. Of course, Klesh uses Crusty Rusty. He just uses an old, I think, a 13x9 cake pan. You don't need a lot of water. I think I only have 1.5 gallons in here. And this is just a chicken feed pan that I got at a Fleet Farm store. I'll throw a link down there. But first thing you want to do is you want to stratify your material. And what you're doing is you're shaking it. You're agitating the material. And that all the heavier stuff like gold, lead, your black sands is going to all concentrate in the bottom of the pan. And you don't want to swirl it around, because then all you're doing is you're forcing the gold to the outside. You want to force the gold right down to the bottom. And once you've done that for a couple of shakes, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. But in this case, we want to shake it more than twice. And we're just going to take this material. As you see, what I'm doing is I'm dunking the pan down, bringing it up. And I'm not very good at panning. But one thing I've noticed is you're not going to lose any gold here. You're just washing the lighter material off the top, the lighter colored stuff, or we call it blondes. That's how you use the lingo so everybody knows you're cool if you start saying blondes. And we want the blondes to completely wash out so that we're just left with our heavies, our concentrates. Now, I'm not worried about losing gold here, because all the gold, if we stratified well enough, will all float to the bottom. Then we'll stratify again, and we'll repeat the process. And we'll keep watching right down here, making sure we're not seeing any gold coming out of there. And if gold does come out, the nice thing is we're panning it into this big tub. So no matter what, afterwards, I'm going to go wash this stuff, my tailings, back into my gold pan and pan it again. And that way I can see what I missed. I really like this gold pan. Again, as I pan, I'm getting the pan more and more vertical, the less and less material I have. I will stratify again. And the goal is to get down to just a manageable amount of material, maybe a tablespoon or a teaspoon's worth. I'm already seeing some gold. Now we just got a little bit left. Continue to stratify. Now we want to be real careful here. I think one more time ought to do it. Last of that light material coming off the top. Alright, I think that does it. Now we want to bring all the materials left in the pan, anything that's stuck up in the riffles, just kind of rock it back a little bit. And we're going to stratify it and get all of our gold concentrated, all of our material concentrated right in the top corner of the pan. I don't know if you can see that, but we're just going to get it all right there. And we want a little bit of water. And what works for me might not work for you, but I found that this is just a little bit of water, maybe a couple teaspoons. Then we're just going to use wave action, gentle wave action, to move the top layer of material back to the bottom of the pan. I forgot to mention I did add jet dry to the water, which I used to clean the pan, and that jet dry acts as a surfactant, and what that does is it breaks the surface tension of the water. Small gold can float. So if you break that surface tension or have a liquid with a lower surface tension, it doesn't allow that gold to float on top. Some of that gold will get away from you. You don't need to add a whole lot. A little spritz will do. And we're starting to see the little smile, a little gold coming in. Oh yeah. Don't be afraid to get your fingers in there. Just remember, gold can stick to the oil in your finger, so you want to make sure you rinse your fingers off. And I'm seeing a little gold down here. Some little flower gold. Oops, a little piece got away from us. Move it back up to the top. I'll usually just give the pan a tap. That'll force the gold to the outside. Oh, would you look at that? That's the gold from our minus kitchen strainer. So next thing we'll do is we'll grab our Garrett guzzler. I like to put a little water in there. So you just unscrew the cap, get some water in there, put the cap back on, give it a bit of a squeeze, and then the suction will pull that gold right out of there. So now all of our gold is in the bottom of our snuffer bottle. We've gotten it all out of here. So let's do our plus kitchen strainer mesh. And I already see some pretty nice pieces of gold in there. So let's go ahead and get that down in there. All right, clean that out. And we'll do the same thing. This time I kind of want to see what else is in there. The Klesh Paydirt is my favorite paydirt because it always has kind of some fun stuff in there. There's a nice, I don't know what that is, but it's blue. It's pretty nice. We'll put that aside. Oh, that's pretty neat. Nice quartz crystal point. Ooh. What is this? If anybody is a gemologist or a mineralologist, if that's a thing, this one's almost opal-esque looking. I don't know what that is. It's gorgeous. Put that aside. Alright, now I'm just kind of picking through, seeing if I see any other cool crystals. That was fun. Alright. Now, as before, we'll stratify our material. Gently. Wash the top layer off. And I'm keeping an eye on these last riffles, making sure I don't have any gold in there. Again, I planned on making a YouTube video, but the Lord had other plans. He wants to water the grass. No, we can't begrudge him that. Okay, I want to just pick out with my fingers some of these larger pieces here. Get those out of the pan. Now we got a manageable amount of material in the bottom of the pan. We'll go ahead and start washing it back, just as before. Now it's a little bit more challenging when you have different sizes. That's why classifying is so nice, is it gets everything the same size, makes it easier to work with. We'll just wash this back and look at all that gold in the plus kitchen strainer. Move that with my fingers over here. Those are pickers. You know, that's a lot bigger than we find here in Minnesota. A nice thing about pay dirt, especially a beginner bag like this, is you can pan this stuff over and over and over again and see if you're missing anything, and then put it back in the pan and try it again. It's a great way to practice, especially if you get a weight, you know how much gold you have, and then you'll be able to see if you can beat it or make sure you got it all again. And you can just do this over and over, and that's what I kind of do here in the spring and late part of winter, is I just pan a lot. I'll take the same amount of pay dirt and just pan it over and over again, trying to get my skills up. Except I'm not the greatest panner in the world. Now let's get in there with our Garrett guzzler, our snuffer bottle. That's almost too big to fit in the snuffer bottle. Now, let me give you a close-up of this piece here. That's a nice piece of gold. So I'll just put that one in by hand. That might be my first picker on a pay dirt bag. Alright, so right now I'm going to go brave the rain. I'm going to rinse all this stuff in here, back in here, all the stuff in my my tailings back in here. I'm going to pan it again and see what I missed. Alright, so I panned this out, my tailings, a couple, 2-3 times. And all that I found that I missed, probably can't even see it, there's a couple small specks of flour gold right there and right there, and that was it. That's pretty typical of what we find in Minnesota. So I'll put all this in a pan and we'll weigh it. Alright, so I panned this out 3 times, and you can see we got some gold. We also got some nice crystals, and I found just a couple of specks of fly poop flour gold, which is pretty typical of what we have up here. But yeah, not a bad haul. Let's get this weighed and see what we got. Alright, so we have our scale set up. We'll tear this out. So we got 0, and we'll pour in all of our dried gold. I have it set to grams, 0.28 grams. So Mr. Klesh says 1/4 gram guaranteed, and we exceeded that. Not bad. Now we'll just take our just over 1/4 gram of gold, and we'll put it in our included vial. We can cap it off and add it to the collection. Alright, so what do I think of the 5-piece basic gold panning kit? I think it's fantastic. Out of all the gold panning kits I've tested, and I've thrown some links up top in case you care to check them out, this is definitely the best. I like this pan. It has a matte finish. It doesn't have the glossy finish like the other pans. The riffles are nice. I like the deep part right there. It gives you a nice ridge for holding on to gold. Of course, the snuffer bottle, it's the best, the Garrett Gold Guzzler. And that's what all the people in the know use. I use this quite a bit, the little squirt bottle, for moving gold around. Normally I go outside in the rain with the hose and wash everything out of the big tub and into another pan for panning again. I just use this thing. It worked fantastic. So I think this is going to be a normal part of my arsenal. The kitchen strainer, I'm a believer, Mr. Klesh. I like the kitchen strainer. I like it better than my small classifiers for classifying pay dirt. Mostly for this reason. You can just hang it up in the workshop and keep it up there. It's really easy. It classifies all around, not just at the bottom. It doesn't seem to get clogged. And I think the sizing is appropriate. So instead of going down to 20 mesh or whatever, this just is a really natural size for panning. I like it. Of course, it comes with a vial. And as far as the Gold Beginner Paydirt, I don't think you can go wrong. I'm a huge fan of the Klesh crumbs. I reviewed that in a previous video, and that inspired me to try some more Klesh Paydirt. And you can't lie right there. 1/4 gram guaranteed. We got just over a 1/4 gram. So absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. And I think if you're just starting out gold panning, or you want to get somebody else inspired, I think you can't go wrong with this. I'll throw the link down below to where you can get it from Klesh's website. If that's not your thing, I'll throw an Amazon link down there as well. But really, what a really fun bag of pay dirt. This is awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay dry, everybody, and thanks for watching.